Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is the indie game of the week, Unholy Heights. And thank you for watching. Unholy Heights is a strategy tower defense game, guys, where you play the devil running an apartment complex. You heard all that correctly. It's a strange but awesome game, guys. It released on Steam August 2013, about a year ago, but I recently discovered it, and it is friggin' awesome, guys. I'm gonna have a blast playing this game. It was developed by, and I'm going to probably butcher this name, and I apologize in advance, Petit Depotto or Depotto. I apologize, I don't know exactly how to pronounce that last part. It was published also by Playism. If you're unfamiliar with the indie games in general, guys, this is a Japanese indie game developer, which is kind of a special thing because a lot of the time their games that they develop don't exactly end up over here in American markets or wherever you're from in general. So Playism, the awesome people at Playism, basically translate those games and get them into our hands, which is really friggin' awesome. You can go ahead and get Unholy Heights on Steam for $3.99 or DRM free from the Playism website. Now, guys, I'm not a huge fan of tower defense games. I'll be brutally honest. I find them to be kind of repetitive, lackluster, and most of the time, they're just not my cup of tea. They never have been. But Unholy Heights hits just the right notes for me, guys, because it isn't strictly a tower defense game. There's a managerial side to it all where I have to make adorable monsters happy and listen to them having, lovemaking. True story. It's not a hard game, but it's not an easy game either, guys. So let's get into it, shall we? Who are we? What are we doing? Well, I'm going to go ahead and load up a previous game. Like I said, we played the devil. Running an apartment complex. Why is he running an apartment complex? Well, he's doing it so that way monsters can have a place to live. It's really hilarious because one of the quotes from the Steam pages, it says, "Look on in horror as lovingly hand-drawn monsters and humans horribly slaughter each other over money." And that's essentially what the game is. As you can see, I have 203 gold, which is supposedly hidden somewhere up here in the devil's room. And I collect rent from these guys. I've set them up apartments and I charge them rent per room, depending on how long they've been living with me. I charge them different rates, and I take that gold and I buy things for their rooms. For instance, the undead Whitey here, which that's a weird name, wants a set of what's a steel desk? I mean. And I could buy that for him, and it would improve his apartment. So what's the general goal? Well, the general goal is to, of course, have the best apartment complex that you have a butt ton of gold, have really powerful monsters inside of your apartment complex, and try to make them as happy as possible. There's several ways to do this. There's several different kinds of monsters. There's just a lot of different things to discuss. So let's start at the beginning. What is on the bottom of the screen? Well, this is how you're going to be essentially kind of manipulating things in the game. The different doors and the characters and just everything in general. If you want to select, doors, you can also alter the game speed, of course. But one of the major things to look at is in here. Yes, you can build an extension to your apartment complex, which I am going to be looking to do before the end of this video, which will require me to complete a certain quest, but we'll get into that detail in a second here. Now, let's talk about what the apartment itself. There is lots of different kinds of monsters here, guys, for you to have in your apartment, for you to fill up with your apartment. Each of them has their own personality, their own quirks, their own different powers and abilities that they'll all bring to your complex apartment. Because, essentially that tower defense side of the game is still there. You're going to want people to have different varying abilities. For instance, skeletons are really good at melee attacks. They're really beefy, and they can take a lot of damage. It also tells you a little bit like their lifestyle. So, for instance, boneletons live a healthy and active lifestyle. So you're going to want to have, healthy and active things. They're going to want to work out a lot. They're going to want to go out a lot. They're going to want to do different things. So it's like, look at the elementals. This is a waterman, for instance. These water spirits are about 1 cup's worth. Early in your game, watermen provide much needed long-range support because of what they are. Watermen tend to be stronger when it rains. In this case, these guys can be kind of varied at what they want, what they expect. They're really awesome long-range attackers, and I've enjoyed them all. And there's just a lot of different kinds of monsters, guys. right here. There's abyssal monsters, there's demons, there's demi-humans, there's chimeras, and then we go to the adventures themselves. And the adventures come in different forms and flavors as well. Like, for instance, witches and blue witches and hoodlums and villagers and thieves. And you have to basically fight all these guys and kind of defend your apartment complex from them when you kind of activate missions. This is also the game stats area. Oh, I guess I can't click on that, can I? Oh, yes, I can. Okay, there we go. There's a game stats area, shows you what you've done, how much money you've collected, how much you've spent, etc., etc., etc. As far as the options go, there really, there is options here, obviously, for you to mess around with. From what I understand, the game does not go to 1080p. It's not a big deal to me, but I know that is a big deal to some other people there. You do have, manipulation of the sound effects and all that kind of good stuff as well there, too. And you can also save your game, load it. Also, there's a little bit like a tutorial system that tells you about everything that's going to be going on. So, let's talk about the apartments now. In the apartments, you're going to have several options for you to play with. You can raise the rent on your particular tenants, and they will basically have a reaction depending on how high you raise it, or depending on how low you raise it, for instance. So if I were to, let's say, raise it to, let's raise it to 32 gold per month, or whatever it is. I don't exactly know how long the cycle lasts. He would say, not half bad, bow wow, give me a CD player, bow wow. Well, that's one of his demands. He wants a CD player. Where is the CD player? It's right there. But that would cost me 225 gold, because I'd be trading in his former radio, which was 25. And then I could buy him a new CD player, and that would make him happy and raise his satisfaction level, and also possibly raise his stats, which you can see right here. For instance, 22, 6, and 6. Depending on what you do to your people in your apartment, they're going to have benefits, basically. The more happier they are in general, the more powerful they'll become, essentially, and more productive they'll become for you when in combat. So, but what I like to do is I usually like to keep my apartment rent just about where they say this room rocks, because it increases their satisfaction level, which is what I was talking to you about. As this bar gets higher, they get a little bit more powerful. For instance, the lovers here, Drip Fred and Drip Andra there, that's great names, who's a Braille teacher, and he's a night watchman, I guess so. They're extremely pleased with their apartment. They're pretty happy, even though they want some stuff. Oh, he doesn't like the rent. Oh, he doesn't like the rent. Okay, well, there you go. So I've lowered it just a little bit so that way he thinks the apartment rocks too. As you can see, they have really a lot of bonuses to their stats. It says the monsters grew stronger based on their satisfaction, because their satisfaction is really high. And I've also been kind of giving them a lot of stuff. I've been kind of aiming to please them in their apartments. And there's a lot of different kinds of things you'll have to please your monsters with. There's a lot of demands, as it were. They'll be asking for different kinds of crazy crap. And sometimes it's possible to meet some of those demands. Sometimes it's just not. And well, when it comes to that, when you start running low on gold, like I am, for instance, you can go to the job board or quest board. I'm sorry, that's what it's called. And the quest board basically allows you to take on quests for gold. Basically, you will lure people to your apartment for money. They'll try to head towards the devil's apartment, steal all your gold, and then leave, or kill all your monsters and leave. Obviously, you don't want that to happen, so you basically use your monsters in the apartments to defend your gold. Sometimes they can randomly show up just without even activating any kind of quests. Quests are there for you to kind of have progress in the game, essentially. We're going to have to do this one, which is called Wanted Gang, for us to actually get to the next level of apartments. But my guys are kind of hurt right now because they were obviously recently in a little bit of a scuffle, so I'm actually going to go ahead and fast forward time. All these guys... Oh, God. Oh, God. Wow, they're just going at it. Dang. That would be lovemaking going on right there, guys, which I don't even want to know how in the hell two skeletons are going at it. So right here, obviously this is an example. There's just a random encounter happening right here. This guy's heading towards my apartment, so I can speed up time a little bit. Now, well, the way combat works is that I'd have to knock on my apartment tenant's doors, and then they head out to go fight that guy. So I'm going to probably use him to do this. And then they should beat the living crap out of him. And then you have to kind of strategize who's going to go out to battle, who's not. For instance, these two guys are really, really hurt. And there is ways to heal them up really quick. If I were to head over here, You can buy different kinds of decorations and things for the apartment, but you can also buy consumables, which instantly restores their health, which, for instance, this potion will heal tenants for a small amount of life if consumed at home during battle. Single use. Recovery potions, erotic cakes, those are for reproduction. And the reason you want your tenants to reproduce is that their children are always stronger than their parents. So as you can imagine, if Skulltina here and Gyarados were to get it on and then produce a child, which they may sometimes do naturally on their own, that child will be stronger than their parents. So far, I haven't had any monster children. By the way, the monsters walking up, by the way, to the board are people who are looking for apartments. And I could evict somebody, or someone could die, and then get a new apartment tenant. So I'm going to just wait just to get all my guys' health back up here, because their health is extremely low. They all need to kind of just chill out for a while. I'm going to pass some time here. Eventually, as more time passes, you will eventually collect rent from them. For instance, I just collected 197 gold, which I probably could meet somebody's demands here. Let's see. Give me a wood bookshelf. I could do that probably. Give me a desktop. They both want desktops. That guy wants a book. He wants a CD player. So obviously I'm only going to be able to please one of these people because there's 2 people in this apartment over that guy's 1. And to be honest with you, these guys have been my most heavy damage dealing characters that I have. I'm probably going to give in to these people's demands and give them what they want. But when you do give them what they want, when you do add more amenities to the apartment, that allows you to kind of jack up the rent more and more, because you're basically essentially kind of adding more crap to their room, so you certainly should be able to charge them more. But of course, I try to keep it to where they're saying this room rocks, because again, it increases their satisfaction level. So, for instance, as you can see, I'm not if I charge these guys a little bit more, even though they don't have as much stuff in the room, they're still very happy with their stuff. Their satisfaction is still very high, even though I'm not getting as much rent off them as I could be. And you just kind of balance that managerial side with keeping your tenants happy, and increasing their stats. I'm going to pass more time here, and wow, they're going at it. But that is so hilarious. It's just so funny when these characters just get it on, because it just makes like a loud, horrific noise, and you don't ever want to hear monsters having sex, I don't think. All right, so what are we at right now? So they're just about fully healed up. Wow, they went at it and hurt each other. How the hell? Oh my god. Oh, for God's sakes. Okay, so we got another random battle. I will say that the game does a really good job of kind of balancing the managerial side of things with the tower defense side of things. It doesn't ever really get boring. We got Luma heading our way over here. Who do we got in? We got 1 skull guy and then our 2 lovers and this guy. So we're going to have him go at it. And we're going to have them go at it. There we go. Beautiful. We got her. We kicked her butt. So we got about 8 gold for killing her, of course. Everyone looks like it's going to be heading out. Now, there is a way to be caught kind of completely unawares. I'm going to save really quick. There is a way to be caught completely unawares. For instance, if you were to start a quest and none of your tenants were home, you could screw yourself over, but you can lock their doors. I think, right? I do believe you can lock their doors and prevent them from leaving, which will basically keep them kind of available for quests. I'm going to wait for just a little while longer. I think everyone should be happy right now. They want a vegetable garden. He doesn't have any demands. Okay, he wants a steel desk. Man, you are one greedy son of a bitch. And he still wants a CD player. But yeah, basically, as you kind of play the quests, you start unlocking more different things. As you start doing more quests, for instance, once I beat this quest, I'll be able to unlock my next floor. I'll unlock more monsters to have inside of my apartments. Like I said, there's a huge bestiary here that is just empty. I haven't really gone that deep into the game. It adds a lot of replayability to the game also, I think, because all of the characters will have different kinds of strategies, different kinds of abilities, different kinds of effects. I'm just gonna wait for everyone to heal up. Okay, I think this is a good time as any to start the quest. Let's save and let's pray this works out. All right, let's do this. I don't know, this is the next level quest. This is kind of going to be putting my apartment in its paces and seeing if my apartment's ready for this kind of action, guys. As far as the graphics go, of course, we have those pixel graphics. It's all very adorable and cutesy. And you don't want that anymore? Are you serious? Okay. Steel desk, vegetable garden. I can't afford a vegetable garden. It's 400 gold. Sorry. And the graphics are very adorable and cutesy. All the monsters are just really adorable looking. And it's just everything's kind of crazy. I think something that the devil wears glasses and has looks like a Hogan mustache. So we got a character here. His name is Minotaur. Is Minotaur? Okay, so he's gonna go there. They're gonna fight. Bam. They're fighting. Oh, they killed him. Good. Because this mission is going to be kind of a long one, they're going to come in waves, of course, like a tower defense game you would expect. So the first wave is usually the weakest wave, and then it sends another wave, and then usually they go about 3 waves, and that's usually it. I don't know if the waves get longer or more advanced as you get deeper into the game, and you add more floors to your apartment complex. And of course, once you add more floors to your apartment complex, you can, of course, add more monsters, add more strategy to your overall apartment, make those people happy on the next floor, and, progress the game forward and more forward and more forward. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up time here again. That next wave should be coming soon. Oh no, they left, no. Oh good, they went back, thank goodness. There is a way to control who heads out and who doesn't. For instance, if I thought this one character was going to get overwhelmed or might die, I could click on them. We got 1, 2 invaders. All right. Gotta be very careful here. Oh no, 3 invaders. Okay, so right there, right there, right there, right there. Oh, they're all going at it. I don't know if everyone's going to live through this. All right. They defeated that wave. So now we're going to move on to the boss wave, I do believe. And face the boss, which will allow me to expand my apartment complex. I would imagine you have to do it probably with cash. Yeah, it's going to cost me $1,500, but it's okay because the quest itself is worth $1,200, so it's not going to be that big of a deal when I get to that point. The soundtrack is really adorable in this game, guys. It's really cute, very catchy. I was listening to the intro soundtrack for actually about 10 minutes, and I was like, yeah, I was jamming out to it. Somebody's having sex. As far as control scheme goes, there is no controller support for this game, guys. It's all going to be done with your mouse, as you can imagine. Oh, good lord. Okay, so we got some stuff here. We got some money. We got a lot of different demands. This guy wants a CD player. You know what, dude? You're in there by yourself. I'm going to see if these guys have demand first. Now, she wants a vegetable garden. He wants a vegetable garden. I'm aiming to please the people who are usually in, 2 people in an apartment versus 1. So for instance, I'm probably going to give her vegetable garden here. That's going to cost me $375. We're going to get a trade-in of 25 gold. Boom. Now she's happy, and I can raise the rent on her. So it looks like about 47 for that upgrade there. For what I gave her. Now, of course, that apartment will be more lavish. Once if the tenant dies, for instance, all the apartment amenities do still stay there, but they're just paying less rent for it. Okay, so this is a boss. I'm kind of nervous. Oh my god. Okay, this is going to kind of be scary. Okay, we're going to have him go up first. Okay, so I want to keep my eye on this guy because he could possibly die. Okay, let's send him away. Beautiful. We killed the boss. We completed that quest. Gang leader was destroyed. You got 1,200 gold. We completed that quest, guys, and now we can officially, if we wanted to, expand our apartment here to the next level. And of course, more quests make themselves available to you, progressing the game even farther. So let's go into build an extension here. This isn't. Oh my goodness, we don't have enough because we bought the stupid garden. That's okay though, because we can still speed up time. And get more money from our apartment tenants. There's also a healthy dose of steamy goodness here, Steam achievements, Steam cards, guys, all that good stuff. And also the characters, I also find it kind of be slightly procedurally generated. Because each of the apartment tenants is going to be different. Not all of them are going to want the same thing. Some of them have different demands. Some of them want different things. And it's not always exactly the same. You can have different apartment tenants show up who have... What? Oh my. Oh, that's good. So he found a lover. So he's going to start... We have like 3 apartments now full of couples here. Which is fantastic, which is something you want to happen as much as possible. So because that way, you get more tenants in an apartment. Even though it ends up with more demands, it's good because, you have more units to send out there and go into combat for you and do quests and, charge rent. So let's speed up time here again. Also, the weather. I should also mention the weather affects things, guys. For instance, now that it's raining, these people, my water elementals, are actually becoming more stronger. They'd be more powerful in combat because of this rain. Different creatures react to different kinds of elements and effects, or things in the apartment differently. For instance, I think if you put altars in a demon's apartment, it makes it more stronger. It's just a lot of just deep strategy and tacticalness involved in this kind of adorable, cutesy game that you wouldn't really expect that kind of a thing from. So I'm going to speed up time again because I want to finish this video with me building a damn new floor. And then I'll show you how it looks like when you... Okay, we're perfect. All right. So we're going to build an extension. Make sure to save before expand. I don't care. So they obviously come down. There we go. And there's a new floor. Oh no, what the hell? Oh no! What? Oh snap! Well, we may see some people get slaughtered here. Oh my god! He's just killing them all! Oh no! He just murdered all of my tenants! Why? Kill him! Oh god! Okay, so obviously we're not meant to defeat him. Run away, dude! I changed my mind! Oh god! Get to your apartment! So I don't think we were supposed to fight that guy. I'm probably gonna have to reload, but that legendary hero kicked my ass, man! Oh, he didn't even take anything, he just slaughtered everybody in my apartment complex. Oh, the humanity. Oh god, but that's okay because that allows me to add new tenants, guys. For instance, crazy fish head guy here. He doesn't interested though. Sure, you can have an apartment. Sure, you can have an apartment. You kind of just have to fill up all your apartments basically here with new characters. A new monster, Flowery, has appeared. Aw, does Flowery want a room? No, Flowery does not want a room. But you guys get kind of an idea of what the game is like, guys. This is one of those games that will just chew hours of your day out, guys. It's fun, it's adorable, the soundtrack is catchy. Yeah, sure. Neither genre really takes precedence over the other. You won't be constantly harassed if you just kind of want to run your apartment complex. But at the same time, the tower defense side of the game gives you a break to do something chaotic and, change things up when all of your apartment tenants were slaughtered just like mine. Only thing I wish I could do in this game, guys, is have maybe a little bit more customization when it came to my tenants. Like, for instance, I would have loved to have been able to name my apartment tenants. You just give them names. It may give me a little bit more liberty with the tenants. It would have maybe a little, care about them just a little bit more. But then again, you are the devil, so maybe you're not supposed to be caring. Maybe you're supposed to want them to die. The game is virtually bug-free, guys, and has a mega crap ton of replay value, obviously, as every apartment complex can be different somehow. Try new strategies, etc. If you're interested, you can go ahead and check out the demo of this game, guys, and try it out for yourself. So big thanks to the developer and publisher for a chance to review this game, guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, and I'll keep bringing you awesome games, guys. Till next time, play more indie games.